Bruh.
Hello, this is former WWE diva Melina.
It is WWE Hall of Famer Lita.
Hey, this is Gail Kim.
I am broken Matt Hardy.
It's your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle.
This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush.
It's me, DDP.
This is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley.
Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer.
Hey everybody, it's Badass Billy Gunn and you're watching Just Alyx.
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 In Alex's world.
Welcome to Just Alyx on YouTube. From the whole effing show, RVD.
And my boy Alyx, he's standing tall, he's looking good. He ought to be in Hollywood.
Your YouTube channel is absolutely wonderful, yes! I have seen it, and your wrestling reviews are some of the greatest in all of space and time, yes!
That's just J-U-S-T, Alyx, A-L-Y-X. Don't get, it's not an E, it's a Y-X. A-L-Y-X, bro.
You are making the Multiverse proud, Alyx, yes! And to anyone out there that has not had a chance to espy Alyx's YouTube channel, you should right now.
So if I were you, I would tune into Just Alyx now, right now, in order to make sure that you have a nice day.
I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, and you are watching Just Alyx. Check you soon. Something like that, right?
You have entered Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx. Just Alyx. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me post SummerSlam for your WWE SummerSlam 2023 review. Results, post-show, recap, everything. We gonna give it to you. You chose me, so you gonna get the best. I've been doing this for over 10 years. Your boy continues to improve himself. We got new intros, we're getting new music, and we're getting donations. You love to see it.
Glad I watched Jake Paul's fight over this.
Really? You watched Jake Paul's fight over SummerSlam? Was SummerSlam really that bad, though? I don't know if it was that bad. Was it great? No. Was it as good as it should have been? No, I'll give you that. But was it, like, bad? I don't know. As much as I hate Logan Paul, I thought him and Ricochet had a great match. The ending was predictable. I think I was 100% right in all my predictions, by the way. I think, except for Finn Balor. That one I got wrong. But for the most part, yeah, I predicted Logan Paul to win. The match was great. LA Knight won the, thank God, SummerSlam Battle Royal. And that match was great. Cody and Brock had an awesome match. The match of the night was Cody and Brock. I was surprised at how awesome that match was. I was like, where was this match all this time? If this was the match we had gotten at Backlash, or when was the second one? Was that either, that wasn't Money in the Bank, that was Night of Champions? Whenever they did the second one. Then I wouldn't have complained. It doesn't make up for the storytelling, the awful storytelling, and then the repetitive week after week beatdown. That was just horrible and completely pointless. The match was still awesome, though. I'll give them that. So that was at least great. Io Sky cashing in, becoming your new WWE Women's Champion. That's also cool. Outside of that, I don't know about y'all. I did not like Ronda versus Shayna. That match bored me to tears. Maybe it's because I'm just not that big of a fan of UFC. I'm not a UFC fan, y'all. I'm sorry. It doesn't appeal to me. I was watching it and I'm like, they're clearly not trying to beat each other up. They're not trying to knock each other out. They're not trying to break each other's arms on purpose. I know it's not a real UFC fight, but if you're going to do MMA rules, at least do something to make me think you're having a real fight. It felt like any other wrestling match, but you're telling me that it's not a wrestling match. It didn't work. It just didn't clash. It didn't work with me. It clashed with me. Easily the worst thing on the show. Easily. Honestly, the women tonight, in terms of in-ring action, were not all that great. Makes me wonder why they bumped Becky and Trish off the card. No offense to Ronda and Shayna. They could have done that match on Raw. Literally looking at the match, after watching it, y'all could have put that match on Raw. You could have put it on Raw in the main event. We would have been fine. Becky and Trish would have had 10 times better of a match than either of these women's matches. I have nothing against Ronda or Shayna. I just feel like, you know what? I don't have anything against Charlotte, Bianca, Io, or Asuka. But to kick off Becky and Trish, who, let's just be real, those two big names should not have been kicked off for SummerSlam. Number one. And number two, we all know if they would have had their match, it would have been one of the best matches on the entire show. Probably the best match on the entire show. Didn't have much competition, let's be real. Finn Balor and Rollins was okay. They didn't really do much to make me think that match was worth a damn. These last few months with Finn Balor have not been all that fruitful for him. Like, the build-up and the story behind him not winning that title 7 years ago, he was the guy. I was thinking this is going to be his time. And then he didn't win. So I'm sitting here like, what was the point to anything we did in those last few months? I would think you would have to put the belt on Finn. If you're going to bring up the fact that he was supposed to be the guy, why would you not have him win it here? Especially since Seth Rollins has a bad back. Apparently, he's not going anywhere. All right, that's an interesting call. Again, I love the fact that Io Sky is your new WWE Women's Champ, but that triple threat. I'm sorry, there's something off about Charlotte Flair. Charlotte has not been giving it to me. I thought her match with Rhea Ripley was fantastic. Almost damn near a match of the year candidate, honestly. But ever since that match, her weekly performances, and this is a pay-per-view, have not been great. It looks like, it really does look like she's moving through water. And you can see her calling spots. You can see her moonsaults. I love Charlotte, and you know I'm a big Charlotte fan. So anytime I get a chance to defend her, I will. But as of lately, something's been off with her. You know, Bianca and Asuka were fine. They weren't amazing. They were fine. The chemistry was just off in this match. These three just didn't click. So the best part easily was Io Sky coming out and winning that briefcase. Although I still have to question why damage control is still a thing at this point, because Bayley has been fucking over Io for the longest time. Now she's helping her win the championship. It was nice seeing Dakota Kai get in there. I mean, they brought it back full circle, right? Last year, Damage Control debuted, and now, a year later, Io Sky is women's champ. So, I guess there's some continuity, there's some story there that we can tie together. I thought Drew and Gunther, great match, but nothing really surprising. And then that main event. What do we always say? We always say, despite the shows being boring, despite the weekly shows not being all that great, the one thing we are guaranteed to be awesome is the Bloodline storyline. Anything involving Roman Reigns, the Usos, the Samoans, that Samoan dynasty, that family, Paul Heyman, and anyone they're facing, we are guaranteed that will be awesome. And then we got what we got tonight. This was the first time, and I'm not gonna go on a rant. So much so, I'm just gonna express how I feel. This is not me saying that this storyline has jumped the shark, because I'm seeing that a lot on Twitter. This is not me saying the storyline's dead or anything like that. But this was the first time where I raised an eyebrow and went, huh? When Jimmy Uso came out, and I knew it was him, the moment a masked figure appeared, I was like, that's not Jimmy Uso. Oh my God, it's Jimmy Uso. Huh? That was the first time in the entire storyline where I just went, what is happening there? Roman put you out on a stretcher, dude. I can't seem to wrap my head around that. Roman put this dude out on a stretcher. He put him out. Put him out. And I guess the story is, when Roman hurt him, Jey Uso didn't check in on him. Okay, I get that part. So why is Jimmy siding with Roman again? That's where I have a disconnect. Why are you siding with the guy that put you out on a stretcher? You being mad at Jey, I 1000% understand. You can play that into the storyline. That part I get. Jey stopped talking to me. Jey went after the championship. He didn't care about his brother. That part I understand. But why are you siding with the guy that put you out on a stretcher? You just completely went against your character, his character arc. It doesn't make any sense. Jimmy's character arc was one of the most sustainable, consistent things throughout the entire last few years. He was the one that knew what decision to make. All right, Roman's out of line. He was the one that was always on it. Jey was the one that was conflicted. He was the one that was always kind of in the middle on both sides, one way or the other, while Jimmy always knew what he wanted to do. Here, it's like, my dude, what? That was the first time I just went, I don't understand. That's a rough one. That was a rough decision. And the only reason, look, they'll probably explain it throughout the few weeks. It'll probably start making sense to all of you and probably to me going forward. I'm not going to sit here and say that the storyline is dead. Don't get me wrong. All right? Let me at least be able to talk to you guys and get your opinions about this too. I just feel as of right now, in this very moment, I don't feel like that was conducive to the story they've been telling. It feels like they only had Jimmy Uso cost Jey the match to extend the storyline. That's all they did, really. We had to get Roman to WrestleMania. That's the only reason. I'm sorry. I'm not sitting here telling you have to hate the storyline or saying it's the worst thing I've ever seen. I just feel like that was the first time where they did something that wasn't conducive to the storytelling or the storyline. It wasn't to advance the story. It wasn't to make it better. It wasn't to get the most out of things. It was simply a business decision to somehow get Roman to WrestleMania. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Could they have done something where Jimmy turning on Jey made sense? And they can still make it make sense, I guess, with the right person leading it is Paul Heyman. So who knows? But coming out of this match, I'm just like, that's your ending? That's how we're ending this? And I'm not gonna lie, part of it is, it's me as well. I think I had too much high expectations, as I should have, because everyone's calling this the best storyline in wrestling. Technically, it kind of still is for now, until otherwise. But still, like, I think I said, what was it? Probably in June. Sometime in June, when Jey first turned on Roman and the Usos separated from the bloodline, I said, if you're going to do Jey versus Roman, matter of fact, this was at the Money in the Bank review. I said this at the Money in the Bank review. I said, if you're going to have Jey versus Roman, if that's the match, the only thing to do is to have Roman drop the belt. And remember saying that, because I feel like if you don't have Roman drop the belt there, it's not going to feel right. It don't feel right. It don't feel right. It's not, I won't say it's as bad as Drew not beating Roman or Sammy not beating Roman. Those two matches, I'm still just like, I don't know if that was the right decision at all. I don't know if that was the right call. People are still pissed off about Cody not beating Roman. That one I agree with. That's the only one where I'm like, that was the right call, because Cody is a lot more over as a result. This is the one where I'm just like, You know what it reminds me of? I didn't think I would make this comparison. It reminds me of when Triple H was the world champ and he had that long ass run with the world title. Not as long as Roman. But the reason why I compared to Triple H, it just kind of feels like you're bringing in all these guys who really should be Triple H and you're just having him run through them. Booker T should have beat Triple H at WrestleMania 19 to be exact. And he didn't. I still to this day do not understand why Booker T did not beat Triple H on that night. I just don't understand it. And we're getting to that point with Roman. Where I'm just like, are we just extending this because it's actually a good story and you're trying to get the most out of it, and you still got a lot more story to tell. There's a lot more characters to flesh out. There's a lot more direction to really dig into. Or are you just doing it? You're overextending it to a point where it shouldn't be extended because you got nothing else. Because there aren't other stories to play into. There aren't other things to really flesh out. And you don't know any other way to get Roman to WrestleMania. You got to get Roman to WrestleMania. It's feeling like the second option. That ending was one of those endings that felt like this is a business decision that needs to be done. Not for the sake of the story, but for the sake of business. We need to continue selling out arenas. We need to continue having people watch SmackDown. And right now, the only thing that's keeping people going is that Bloodline storyline. I mean, ask yourselves, what else do they got? Okay, you take away the Bloodline storyline. If you have Roman lose tonight and it's Jey Uso, Roman loses. Now it's Jey Uso. What do? Sure, you can go back to Roman and Jey. I guess you can try that storyline out. The Mad King lost his crown, now he wants it back. Sure, I guess. But still, like, even if you do that, what else you got? That's the end of the reign. You end Roman's reign. That is the crux of the Bloodline storyline. You can continue it, but now you completely you close that chapter, you close that book, and now it's a new book altogether. You're starting over. So it's not the same storyline. You end the storyline. What else do you have? You don't have anything. Spoiler alert, nothing. This is it. See, the thing about wrestling companies that know what they're doing, they have multiple stories going. So when one ends, we can move this one to the forefront. While this one over here, the one below it, comes up, and then we create other stories with the people who just got done with theirs. And they go back to the bottom and start back over. Or some people just stay on top and just start a new storyline there. But what happens when you don't have any other stories is that you just don't have no stories. And WWE, if they cut the Bloodline story, if Roman loses his belt, that's the end of the Bloodline storyline. And therefore, they will no longer have any stories. I'm sorry, I just feel like that main event was not something that they would do to advance what they have. They're not trying to advance anything. It was just a way to spin their wheels, keep this storyline in purgatory until WrestleMania, where we can put it into it. I don't know. we'll talk more about that as we get into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. We have a big audience, over 200 people, and counting, apparently. It keeps going up. So over 200 people are watching us, but we're at 90 likes. The goal is 1,000 likes, so keep liking the video. I believe we can hit it. We have super chats coming in. I see Vinnie Mac. That's right, the Vinnie Mac is in the chat. He said he will leave. You can make Vinnie Mac leave if we get $100 in donations. I think we only, let me see, how many do we have? We got $20 already? Damn, alright. Well, if you do $100 or more, I don't care, he out of here. And let me tell y'all something, I want him out. Get him out. Get him out. Regardless, I'm excited to get things started here. We also got a new sponsorship that I cannot wait to introduce you all to. So let's go ahead and get to the super chats. Let's go ahead and get to the preliminary stuff. Shout outs, plugs, of course, sponsorship. And then we can finally get to the review. So, if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all our content when it comes out. When I say our, I do mean my fans as well. Our content when it comes out. Wow, your edit! Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. And give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. And please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Band t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt. But most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My, America. The remix. The remix. The remix. T-shirt made by Shane Ox and Firestar. All this down below in the description box. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time. I am proud to announce the newest sponsor for the channel, SeatGeek. SeatGeek, ladies and gentlemen, is the newest ticketing app where you can purchase tickets for concerts. Maybe you want to go to a sporting event, whether it's UFC, maybe boxing, MMA, or wrestling, WWE, AEW, you name it. SeatGeek is here to give you the best deals for any ticket you purchase. And guess what? The sponsorship today will get you a discount. What kind of a discount? Let me tell y'all, it is the biggest discount you can have. So how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor? And then, of course, we'll get you some shout-outs. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlyx, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlyx. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. I am ready to talk about this show. 51,000 people were at this event. That is huge. Huge. So, I know WWE said 59,000. That number is not correct. They'll find a way to make it correct. We're not talking about just the fans in the audience. We're talking about people in the building because our staff is over our 10,000, whatever. They'll bring in some bullshit numbers or other stuff to make that number seem real, but it's really not. They just made it up. Overinflated as always. The actual number is 51,000, which, by the way, that's still a big number. That's nothing to scoff at. 51,000 is a big audience. That is huge. Sellout. Full sellout. Congratulations. That is awesome. So yeah, 51,000 fans in the arena. Now, I do need to mention this. Apparently, and I'm seeing this news now, WWE has been in talks with certain wrestlers coming back. One of them, and to my surprise, I'm now just seeing this, is Kairi Sane. Yeah. Kairi Sane I think she just finished a deal. I don't know if it's signed yet, but she completed her talks about making her return. So she's coming back. Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. Wow. I did not think she would come back. I thought she was done. Because they treated her like garbage. But Nia Jax isn't here no more, so I think she's good. I think she's good to go. And she probably misses her family. You know what? As long as she gets good TV time and she's booked strong, come on back, Kairi. Imagine Kairi Sane versus Io Sky. I'm ready for it. And check out this news. I saw this news earlier today as well. This was reported by Variety. Variety announced another WWE commentary shakeup. This one's pretty big too. So, starting on August 11th, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett will be moving to Monday Night Raw. Wow. Moving to Monday Night Raw? Okay. Is it August 14th or August 11th? Because August 11th is SmackDown. I think it's actually August 11th. So, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett will be officially the commentary team for Raw starting August 14th. But starting August 11th, the SmackDown team will be Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and Kevin Patrick. So Kevin Patrick will be staying on as commentary, but he will not be the lead commentator. He'll be a color commentator. Which, look, it wasn't working. I'm sorry. I have no issues. Nothing against Kevin Patrick. I don't think he is a terrible person. Honestly, I think he's a great guy. Good soul. Saw his interview with Chris Van Vliet, by the way. Chris Van Vliet, look out for him. Not just on his channel. Go subscribe to that, but look out for him. I'm just saying that. But Chris Van Vliet did an interview with him, and I'm just like, this guy's a really good guy. Really good soul. Great professional. And also a good hand. Whatever they need him to do, he's there. That's what you need, man. That's a good guy. With that said, I'm sorry, but his commentary sucked. His lead commentary was not good. Sorry. What do you want me to say? It wasn't good. It wasn't good. He was struggling in the role. And Corey couldn't help him. He tried it. They gave him a long time with it. It felt like, what, half a year? Since February, right? Yeah, they gave him half a year with it. Didn't work out. They tried it. Well, okay. Now he gets to be color commentator. Maybe he'll do better at that. Maybe that's where he needs to be. Or maybe he should just be an interviewer. Regardless, I am so happy with this call. Michael Cole, without question, is the best lead commentator in WWE. It's not even close. And since Vince McMahon isn't yelling in his ear during the shows anymore, because Triple H is running the shows, he's able to be a little bit more free, which I like. I respect that. I enjoy that. You know, I heard him do that call with Io when she cashed in. He said, from the world of stardom to the top of the world, Vince McMahon would have flipped if he was in charge and Michael Cole said that. Vince would have eaten him alive. Literally eaten him alive. But he's gonna be a little bit more free now under Triple H, which is what I appreciate. So I like that. And if he's gonna be able to be himself and do great work on Raw and SmackDown, that's 5 hours of commentary. Okay, cool. Let's do it, man. I mean, it's not like he isn't at the shows anyways. They say he's at the shows. He's at all the shows. All the shows. Even NXT, I think. I know he's at Raw and SmackDown. So it's not like his workload has gone up. It's the same workload. Nothing's changed. He's always there. He's just behind scenes. So there you go. Michael Cole. He's leading Raw and SmackDown. I think that's the best call. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Let's get things started. Logan Paul. Logan Paul versus Ricochet. So, in my preview and predictions, I said this was going to be match of the night. It was a good match. It wasn't quite the match I was looking for. Matter of fact, this felt like a match that was setting up future matches. You get me? You ever just, whether it's anime or maybe it's another TV show that you watch, you ever just watch a show, an episode, and you go, okay, this is clearly setting up future shows. They introduce like a new villain, or they introduce a new plot, or they just start off something and it's an introductory kind of thing. This felt like that. This felt like, okay, this is just the start of their story. I do not think this is the last match they're going to have. Fuck that. Especially that finish where Logan Paul cheated, used brass knucks to beat Logan Paul. Logan Paul used brass knucks to beat himself, sure. To beat Ricochet. That's the kind of stuff you look at and go, yeah, that's definitely gonna lead to more. And I'm cool with that. Matter of fact, if you want to do Logan Paul and Ricochet at Payback, and then do one more match at Survivor Series, make this a three-way. Jesus Christ, with Samantha. Oh God. Well, he's married, so that can't even work. 4-way. Anyways, pause. You want to get this to an actual series, a rubber match at Survivor Series with a stipulation, unlike Cody and Brock. I'm all for that. But yeah, it felt like they held back. This was a lot slower than I anticipated. Still a great match. That ending brought it down, though. I'm like, brass knucks? Really? God, man. Like, y'all couldn't have come up with something more unique? Like, brass knucks? Alright. Like, him cheating to beat Ricochet is not what bothered me. Logan Paul winning was the right call. It's the brass knucks. I'm just like, really? That's okay. He already had like iron screws. Like Juice Robinson from AEW uses a roll of quarters. A roll of quarters in his fist. Like that's different. It's at least different. Okay, sure. Brass knucks. Power of the punch. William Regal. I wonder if maybe that was who came up with the idea. Some of y'all forgot about William Regal. That's right. William Regal's behind scenes right now in WWE. Some of y'all forgot about that. But yeah, nothing much else to say about it. It was a good match. The right person went over. Lots of great, even awesome in-ring stuff. It was just slower than I wanted it to be. It wasn't the high-octane, fast-paced, complete balls to the walls spot fest I wanted it to be. It was just a good match that ended screwy. But I'm expecting more. Look at me being positive about Logan Paul. I still hate his ass. I hope he goes to jail for being a scammer. And quit selling that Prime drink to kids, you dumb shit. That's not an energy drink for kids. Matt Pat did a video on it. Go look it up. Matt Pat. Prime drinks. Yeah, Logan. You dumb shit. I'm still keeping an eye on you. I know what everyone's saying about you, all right? Even when the world loves you, I'm gonna be that one person with your pictures on my wall, connecting the dots. I swear, he is fooling you all. But don't worry, you will get yours. I'll get you, Logan. Does he have a dog? And your little dog, too. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. He probably does have a dog. Anyways, moving on. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. The trilogy concludes their third match. You guys know how I feel about this feud. I think the build-up and the overall story has sucked. Cody Rhodes got paid for 4 months to come to work and get his ass kicked by Brock over and 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 over again. The story has not been good. Sorry. Their first 2 matches, the first match at Backlash, was good. Cody got a fluke win. That was about it. Their second match in Night of Champions, it's alright. Solid. So I'm coming into this match thinking it's not going to be any better than the first 2. Let's just wrap this up. Oh, was I wrong? Cody took a beating like no other. The way Brock manhandled him, the way Brock absolutely just ragdolled, made him into a beta male, made him his bitch, fucking tossed Cody to and fro. It was like watching a man beat a woman. I'm not even exaggerating. It was uncomfortable at some points. Homeboy got tossed outside to and fro, and then there was a point in time where Brock hit an F5 on the outside through a table, and Brock is yelling at Cody, my dude, stay down. Stay down. You can't beat me. Your arms are too short to box with God. And I'm God, bitch. Stay down. But Cody kept getting back up. He kept getting back up. He wouldn't die. He would not die. He kept coming back for more and coming back for more. German suplex in the back of his head. Suplex City. Suplex City. Suplex City. But then Cody kept fighting. And when he started to make that comeback, the crowd was behind it. Brock sold for him. Brock, when he wants to sell for you, he'll sell for you. Now, Cody didn't beat Brock clean, which I don't like. He used exposed steel, he used the exposed turnbuckle again, which, fine, whatever. But Cody does end up hitting Brock with not 1, not 2, but 3 crossroads and pins him. Ring the bell! Beats him. He gets a much needed victory over Brock Lesnar. The only thing I would have changed was that exposed turnbuckle spot. If Cody would have just beat him clean. Despite taking that beating, I didn't mind him taking the beating. That's fine. I thought he added to the story. I just wish Cody, this is just my opinion, I wish Cody Rhodes would have not used that exposed turnbuckle spot. That's all I wish. Now, does this make up for the 4 months of awful storytelling? No. No, it doesn't. I still don't know why Brock attacked Cody. I still don't understand what the point of this feud was. Brock embracing Cody after the match, acknowledging him as the guy. And that's good. That's good. I like that. I thought that was a sweet moment, but at the same time, I'm just like, but why have you been attacking him, though? I still don't understand it. What was the whole point of Brock attacking you, Cody? They'll probably convolute their way out of this. They'll probably explain it tomorrow night on Raw, why Brock attacked Cody. Cody would probably find a way to make it make sense, because Codyverse. Everything makes sense in Cody's universe. And those of you who don't know what the Codyverse is, oh, you will very soon. Probably around WrestleMania time. When Cody is the world champ, and then he gets into programs that don't make any goddamn sense, and he'll find a way to make it make sense. When Cody starts getting a lot of TV time, and he's the world champ, you're gonna find out what the Codyverse is real quickly. Because eventually Cody's gonna win the world title. And then this whole, I gotta win the title for my daddy. Once he does that, I've been calling it for a long time. I'm not the only person calling this. Everyone loves Cody right now, as you should. As you should. But when he wins the title and we start the Codyverse, we're gonna see how much I love him then. It is only a matter of time. But yeah, guys, that was easily match of the night. That was my match of the night. Cody and Brock had an excellent fight. I was not expecting it to be that good. I came out of that going, wow. That's the match we should have been getting. I loved it. Congrats, Cody. Now what? Now it's like, okay, well, Cody won. Now what? We'll find out tomorrow, right? Hopefully. SummerSlam Battle Royal. So this had 25 men in it. I wonder if I looked it up, what would I find in terms of the people in this match? Because quite frankly, all I care about is the megastar LA Knight. Yeah. Who won, by the way? That's all that really matters. LA Knight won this and the crowd loved it. Thank God. I was worried. I was concerned. Okay, we have a list here. We have Apollo Crews, JD McDonough. Wait. I had it. Then it went away. Apollo Crews, JD McDonough, Rick Boogs, Omos, Sheamus, Otis, Matt Riddle, Imperium. That's Giovanni and Ludwig Kaiser, Tommaso Ciampa, Bronson Reed, Shinsuke Nakamura, Viking Raiders, Santos Escobar, Austin Theory, Ridge Holland, Karrion Kross, AJ Styles, Pete Dunne, I'm not calling him Butch, Pete Dunne, Grayson Waller, The Miz, Chad Gable, thank you! And then, of course, LA Knight. So, there you go. Like, it was whatever. It was just one of those random brawls. And I'm not even gonna lie. This might have been one of their better ones all year. You can sit here all day and say it's random. It is. But I enjoyed this. And I think the reason I enjoyed it was because I was scared LA Knight was gonna lose. I was like, well, okay. They're gonna fuck him, aren't they? Oh, God, they're gonna fuck him. They're gonna fuck him. I'm scared. They're gonna screw him over. Oh, my God. No, they didn't. They didn't screw him over. They didn't screw him over. It's like, what? Oh, my God. What? What? LA Knight won? Omos didn't win? What? Like, seriously, when Omos got eliminated and it was down to AJ Styles, Sheamus, Karrion Kross, I was going to say Chris Statlander, Jesus Christ. Chris Statlander in this match. What? From AEW? Yeah. Now, when it was down to Sheamus and LA Knight, and then LA Knight hit that power slam, stood above him, and the crowd went crazy, and then you saw him do that LA Knight, yeah, and 50,000 people said it with him. I was like, oh, that's it. He better win now. And don't worry, he did. He clotheslined Sheamus out of the ring, and the place erupted. I think he might have gotten the biggest pop of the night. The second biggest pop was with Io Sky when she cashed in. But yeah, he might have gotten the biggest pop of the night. That was a huge pop. Insane in the membrane. Insane. I loved it. Yeah, man, look. I'm not asking you to make LA Knight the world champ. I'm saying don't miss the boat on him. No one gives a fuck about Austin Theory as U.S. champ. No one gives a damn about Santos Escobar as U.S. champ. Payback needs to be LA Knight versus whoever the U.S. champ is. And give that belt to LA Knight. Please. Please. Something. Give him something. I do like, let me just say this though, before we move on. I'm happy that we're actually doing something with him. I hope it leads to something, and they're not just doing this to make fans forget about him. No, it has to be a storyline. It has to be one of those things where you have to make him feel like he's a major part of the show. And right now, this was a good step in the right direction, but I still feel like at any time they can fuck him and then fuck us. They can pull the rug from under him. I'm still thinking, hey, you never know. They probably just gave him this win so we can shut the hell up and stop asking about him. You know? They're like, fine, here. There's your win. There's your win at SummerSlam. Now stop asking about him. We don't care no more. I hope not. I really hope that's not the case. Hopefully this actually leads to more good things to come. As Triple H said, good things come to those who wait. Well, I'm done waiting, bitch! Let's keep going. Oh, God. Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler, MMA rules. Keep in mind, they kicked Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus off of this show. That match was supposed to be on SummerSlam. They said, nah. We're going to kick you off and give a lot more time than, really, let's be honest with it, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns didn't need that much time. They got way too much time. Way too much time. But not only that, we're going to kick you off and instead give this time to Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Because Ronda's like, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to do WWE. I want to go back to UFC. And I want to do it now. So, let me out. She said, let me out of my contract. Because y'all trash. Y'all don't book the women right. She's right. But still, they took Becky and Trish Stratus off of this show for this match. And I said to myself, look, if y'all gonna get this TV time, if y'all gonna get this spot, this better be fire. And guess what? It sucked. God, it sucked. What was this? No. Ronda Rousey, a woman that gets paid $12 million, probably more, millions, to come in and perform. She's been phoning it in since she came back in 2022. She has been phoning it in. It has been awful. It has been nowhere near as good as her debut. Her first run in 2018 to 2019, excellent work. The best work, some of the best work I've seen any woman do. This second run is fucking awful. Awful. She has not elevated anybody. The only thing that I remember was Liv Morgan's cash in on her. That's literally it. And then the feud with her and Liv Morgan was garbage. When she put Shayna Baszler over on the way out. This match literally was them rolling around trying to lock in moves but not really locking in moves. Like, here's the thing. If you're gonna do an MMA fight, a UFC fight, do a UFC fight. All rules. All real hits. Do a UFC fight. If that's what you're doing. Oh, but Alyx is wrestling. No! You set MMA rules. You set UFC MMA rules. Okay, cool. Do a UFC fight. But if you're not going to do that, don't say MMA rules. Just have a regular goddamn match. Do a fight pit match. Do something. It's stupid to me that they tried to make this make it seem like it's an actual UFC MMA rules kind of thing. And you had them in there doing submissions and trying to hit each other, but not really hitting each other. Their punches weren't touching them at all. Their punches were nowhere near their fucking faces. It looked fake. It looked horrible. It was garbage. Garbage. I don't even hate these women. I love Shayna Baszler. I even like Ronda. I just don't like what she's been this latter half of her career. This second run? Nah, Ronda. And what disappoints me is, here's the thing. It would be one thing if she had like suffered an injury or something. She's perfectly healthy. She is perfectly healthy. Perfectly healthy. Her mind's just not in it. Her heart's not in it no more. Clearly. And I said in my preview predictions, if your heart's not in it, bye. And based off of this match, fuck no. Bye, Rhonda. Bye, Rhonda. Thank you for coming. Bye. We don't need you. We're not going to miss you. I don't miss you. Go back to UFC. Maybe you'll be something there. You'll probably lose your first match, but whatever. Watch her lose her first fight. Watch Rhonda lose her first fight back in UFC. Sorry. God. This match sucked. I'm glad it's over with. Shayna wins. We're moving on. But come on, bro. That match was garbage. I'm moving on from it. It was bad, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to hate on women. I love women's wrestling. I am a big supporter of it. But if we're going to live in a society where it's equal rights and equal lefts, equality all around, you going to get it when you give me a bad match. I'm not going to go easy on you. Nah, I'm going to say it. The match sucked. It sucked. Just like I'll tell these men when the match sucked. It sucked. Now, in this instance, Drew McIntyre and Gunther, I'm not going to tell them that the match sucked because they would kill me. But regardless, it wouldn't have been a case where I said it would suck anyways because the match didn't suck. I thought it was a great match. For the Intercontinental Championship, Drew McIntyre taking on Gunther, Gunther, who is fastly approaching the Honky Tonk Man's record. If he makes it past September, he will officially be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history, which he should be. I'm ready for it. Poor Honky Tonk Man, his record's about to be broken. He still had a long reign, though. The match was great. Lots of stiff action. Lots of crazy chops. Gunther winning, though, was a foregone conclusion. I already predicted that. I was like, there's no way in hell Drew's going to beat him. Now, what they do with Drew going forward, I have no idea. Because they brought him back while his contract is still in negotiations. Like, he hasn't signed a new contract. He's not extending anything. It's looking like he's just going to ride it out and then leave at the end of the year. So if that's the case, yeah, I wouldn't have given him the win either. But it also feels like they're not planning on re-signing him any soon. Because think about it this way. Even if you didn't want to give Drew the belt here, you could have done something to make us think he's in line to do something else. What are you going to do with him? He just lost to Gunther clean. Now what? Now what? What do you do now? Exactly. That's my thing. I think in a vacuum, you could say the match was great, but in terms of like a storyline or just the impact it will have on future shows, nothing. I don't know where they're going with Drew now. Probably nowhere. They're just going to have him on the show until his contract expires. And the same thing, hold on for a minute. Let me take this off, y'all. Oh, your boy is sweating. Whew. If anything, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, for the World Heavyweight Championship was the exact same thing. Now, this one kind of upsets me because they spent the last 2 months creating this awesome story, this amazing story, talking about Finn Balor being the guy. He was going to be the guy 7 years ago. This was going to be his world, his castle. It was going to be for him and him alone. It was going to be Finn's world. Then he got hurt. And Seth Rollins did it. Seth screws him over. Seth broke his arm. Seth was reckless and put him out for over a year. And Finn hasn't been the same since. The perfect story to get him back to that level. The perfect story to put him back on top. And I was saying to myself, if this does not end with Finn Balor being the world champion, this is a waste of time. And I swear to God, I was certain. There was one side of me that was just kind of like, I don't know. But I was 1,000% positive that Finn Balor was going to beat Seth Rollins. It was a foregone conclusion. A foregone conclusion for me. I wasn't even tripping about it. Finn was going to beat Seth. Well, I was wrong, wasn't I? The match itself was good. I don't know what it is. Finn and Seth just don't... It's like, in terms of segments, they have better chemistry. In terms of characters, they have good chemistry. But inside the ring, it's alright. It's just alright. Match was good, I guess. It was good. It's like one of those where it's like, it was good? Good? I'm not going to say it was bad. It looked good. But I'm not going to go back and watch this match 3 years from now. I'm just not. Damian Priest came out with the briefcase. I'm thinking, all right, well, let's see what they do here. Are they going to do something crazy with it? No. Nothing crazy happened. Finn and Damian had some dissension. Damian basically rolled the briefcase inside the ring, distracted the ref, and then Seth used that to curb stomp Finn's face into the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is literally what happened at Money in the Bank. Like, beat for beat, that's exactly what happened at Money in the Bank. The same thing. And then Seth rolls out of the ring, and now Finn Balor and Damian Priest are back to arguing with each other. So, like, what was the point of this story then? You do such a great job with Finn, getting me invested in this story. I'm thinking it's going to be his night. This is the night where, where Judgment Day becomes the group, right? It now is the group that is running WWE. Not after this. Maybe Damian Priest will cash in tomorrow. Excuse me, not tomorrow. I'm thinking it's Sunday. On Monday, and get the belt then. But it's like we just did a complete 180. We're back to square one. This is exactly what happened in Money in the Bank. Now Damian Priest, and the whole thing is, well, did Damian Priest inadvertently cost Finn Balor, or did he do it on purpose? Because he was standing outside with no sympathy on his face. Did he cost Finn Balor the match? Was he a douchebag? I don't fucking know. I don't know. And quite frankly, I'm over it. I don't care. Like, Judgment Day, break up. You want to break up the Judgment Day? Break up the Judgment Day. Break them up. I don't care. Break them up. I'll be okay. And so will you. As long as we keep Dom, Dirty Dom. Oh, that's such a lame nickname. Dom and Rhea together, I'm good. Keep those two together. Won't give a fuck whether Finn or Damian go. I don't care. I wonder if JD McDonough's going to help Finn. And we kick out Damian or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, the last two matches. Let's get to it. Asuka, Bianca, Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship. Yeah, there's something about these three that don't work. They don't click. They just don't. I remember when Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda were a thing. And I remember saying, the buildup is terrible. But there was one segment. It was like this all-out brawl with Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky where they just completely went crazy and just brawled all over the arena. And you get that meme where Ronda is inside the car, she's arrested. Cops are arresting her, and then Charlotte, she sees Ronda stick her head out the window, and Charlotte knees her. That shit was amazing. Oh, that was great. Like, that was the one segment where I went, okay, these three might actually have a great match at WrestleMania. No, they didn't. It was solid. It wasn't great, but I'm happy they main evented WrestleMania though. But like, there were instances with those three where I went, yeah, like I see it. I never saw it with these three. Asuka, Bianca, and Charlotte do not have good chemistry. Bianca and Charlotte do. Asuka and Bianca do. Asuka and Charlotte don't. They just don't. Inside the ring, they did at one point, but now they don't. I don't know what happened to that. And I think it's because Charlotte is a babyface and Asuka's the heel, which I don't like. Charlotte needs to be the heel and Asuka needs to be like a tweener. But yeah, I don't know. Like the chemistry was off in this match and it was not clicking. They were missing spots. They botched a lot of things. You can hear them calling spots. It just looked it looked rehearsed. It looked like they were, okay, I got to move into position here. Okay, go ahead, do your spot. Ah! And then she falls on her. You know, it's just like, it takes you out of it. Because you can see them. Like, we can see you, A and B combos, we can see you setting up spots. I saw you miss her. I'm seeing you miss your punches. This ain't it. The match was decent. It wasn't like all garbage, but I expect so much better from these three. What saved this from being an absolute bore fest, snooze fest, was Bianca hurting her knee at the end and then making the heroic comeback. And when she pinned Asuka, I'm not gonna lie, I was upset. I was like, what the why? Why y'all do Asuka dirty? Why y'all always doing her dirty? Damn. God, you have Bianca beat her for no reason. Bianca pins Asuka. Only for Io Sky to come out and cash in. Big pop from the audience. Hit the moonsault, pin her 1, 2, 3, and she walks out as your WWE Women's Champion. Oh. And it was nice seeing Bayley, I'm getting them mixed up now. Bayley and Dakota Kai came out, and she's not on crutches no more, which I thought was crazy. They said that she's making a fast recovery, faster than they thought. She was in the ring celebrating with Io, and the crowd popped for it, and everyone was happy for Io. I was happy for Io. Io's the women's champ. That's so cool. Yeah, Io Sky, bro. Io Shirai is your new women's champion. That's great. That's dope. You're not going to hear me say a negative word about that. I will never, ever, ever have anything bad to say about Io Sky, the performer. I'll not damage control the group altogether. I think the stable has been a disaster for the most part. The booking has not been good, but the performers are amazing. I love Bayley. Dakota Kai is one of my favorites. And then Io Sky is one of the best female wrestlers in the world today. So individually, you will never hear me say a negative thing about Io Sky, ever. So her as women's champ, absolutely. Now you got Kairi Sane coming back? Fuck yeah. First off, we gotta do Asuka versus Io Sky first. We gotta do that first. Then once we're done with that, we could do Io Sky and Kairi Sane and turn this shit into stardom and let those three women raise the fucking bar. Fuck this shit. I'm done. I love Becky. I love Bayley. I love Charlotte. I love Sasha. The 4 horsewomen, it's time to step back. Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. What's up with that? It's time to step back. It is time to establish a new generation of females and raise the bar for female wrestling. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I need Asuka, I need Io, and I need Kairi to show these women up and let them know this is how you wrestle, bitches. Take a seat, because you're going to learn today. I don't know why I just clapped my hand, but you got it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for those three to come in and take over, because I'm sick of this. These matches are garbage. Ronda and Shayna, And then this triple threat match, very underwhelming. Decent, but underwhelming. And then you're going to kick off Becky and Trish? And you know they would have had a great match. Yeah, the story sucked, the build-up was garbage, but the match would have been dope. Probably would have been the match of the night. But yeah, let's kick them off and give us that awful match between Ronda and Shayna. Great call, Triple H, Vince McMahon, whoever made that decision. Oh, about Ronda. I'm so happy she's gone. Fuck her. Gonna come in and then half-ass a match and then take time away from Becky? My girl Becky and Trish? And then you're gonna shit the bed? Y'all lucky Io Sky's the women's champ. Otherwise, I would be going on a straight up flamethrower fest with the women tonight. Seriously, if Io Sky didn't cash in, I would have absolutely massacred. I would have been like, you know why women don't draw? Because of this shit! Alundra Blaze was right. But you gave me Io Sky as champ, so I won't say that. Main event time. The main event of the evening. Roman Reigns, your tribal chief, put his tribal necklace, his tribal position on the line against Jey Uso. And for the longest time, there was a side of me that thought, if this bloodline storyline is going to end, it's going to end with Jey Uso. It's going to end by Jey Uso's end. Oof. I said it back in July. Money in the Bank. I said, if you're going to do Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, Jey needs to beat Roman. This storyline needs to end with Jey. It started with Jey. It needs to end with Jey. Right? And then as I got closer to the event, I was thinking, I don't know. It's probably not going to end with Jey. But at least we'll get something to hold us over until it eventually does end with whoever. Right? Because it was like the storyline could do no wrong. Everything about this story was top-notch. They had all their ducks in a row. Every segment, Raw, SmackDown, doesn't matter. Pay-per-views especially, fire. All the matches, outstanding, fantastic. And then we got this match. Tribal Chief defends his tribal chiefdom against Jey Uso in Tribal Combat. Tribal Combat! Dum 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 dum. Cash your white. Mortal Kombat. Sorry. Liu Kang, Raiden, Jax, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya, Cyrax, Mortal Kombat, Sindel, Goro. Alright, that's enough. This match was long. Let's start off with that. God, this match was long. Oh, this match went so long. And when I was watching it, it felt like I was watching it in slow motion. And let me just say this. You can be long and slow and still not be boring. Okay? Understand what I just told you. You can go long and be slow, but still not be boring. Some of you just went, huh? I know, I threw you off. I'm going to say it one more time. You can have a long match, have a slow pace, and still not be boring. I don't think I was necessarily bored, but there was a point in time when I was watching the match, I was looking at the watch and going, how long have we been here? This match is still going. God, this match was long. And Roman's matches are usually long, but I don't feel them. Usually, I'm doing a really good job of just enjoying the match because he does a really good job of keeping you in the moment, right? there were a lot of moments during the match where I was caught looking at myself. I'm like, what time is it? Jesus Christ. You know, I'll tell you the first time where I looked at my phone was when Solo Sikoa came out. And this is what bothered me about this match. They're saying it's tribal combat. And they're saying it's similar to anything goes, but not really. And so I'm thinking, okay, what are the rules here? Roman Reigns weeks ago stopped Solo Sikoa from attacking Jey Uso. Roman said, don't attack him. You can't attack him right now. And I was sitting here going, okay, is there like some rules that say they can't touch each other until the match? Okay, I would like to know that. And so I'm thinking, all right, there's not going to be any interference. It's just going to be Roman. It's just going to be Roman and Jey, and then someone outside the bloodline is going to help him or something like that, right? Which would have been Jimmy because he got exiled. Jimmy interfering, again, you can make that make sense, but regardless. When Solo came out, I was like, didn't y'all just tell us he can't interfere weeks ago? And that's when I just pulled out the phone and went, okay. Oh, Jesus, this has been going on for a while. God. And then I said, it's 12. Well, for me, it was 12. It was 11 p.m. It was 11 p.m. Actually, no. When did the match start? I think the match started at like, what, 10:15? Or something? And I was like, it's 11 p.m. Why are we still... What are we doing? God. But yeah, Solo came out. I was like, okay. So this is kind of dragging its heels now. And then Jey makes a comeback. And then we're thinking, oh, wow. He might actually beat Roman. Oh, my God. He's knocked out Roman Reigns. He hit the Samoan splash. Here it comes. 1, 2. And then we have someone come out in a mask and pull him out. And as soon as I saw the figure, I went, that's Jimmy Uso. He takes off the mask. What? And I'm just like... So, you mean to tell me Roman Reigns whooped your ass? He put you out on a stretcher. He exiled you from the group. He put you on a stretcher. And then you join him? Because your brother didn't talk to you? Didn't call you? What? And when Jimmy showed up, I was just like, oh my God, what? They'll probably find a way to make it make sense. I don't know how you make that make sense. I don't. But they'll find a way because it's Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. But when I saw Jimmy turn on him, I'm just like, well, that's it for Jey. Because we got to do Jimmy and Jey now. That's it for the Usos. Kane betrayed Abel. That's it. And then Roman hit a spear and pinned him 1, 2, 3. I was like, the fuck? The hell was that? What happened? I'm going to need Roman and Paul Heyman to make this make sense. And here's the thing. Breaking news. In case you guys didn't know, you'll know now. If you don't know, now you know. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. This comes from Fightful Select, PW Insider, all the top news wrestling sites. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman have heavy input on all of the storyline segments, on all of the matches. And Fightful Select even asked WWE, a WWE source, and this is what they were told. They asked him, when is it that WWE expects Roman to drop the belt? And the WWE source says, when Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman feel like it. When they fucking say so. Roman and Paul Heyman get to determine when Roman drops the belt. I'm not making that up. Bible Select said that. They said they have heavy input on the direction of his character, on the direction of the storyline. And they said Roman will drop the belt when he's ready to drop the belt. So, if that's the case, if I'm Roman Reigns, I ain't dropping that shit till WrestleMania. I also saw news that Roman Reigns might be going away for a couple of months. The plans for him to not wrestle, I don't think at Payback or Extreme Rules or whatever that India of it, but he might be here for Survivor Series. So he's going to go away. Oh, God, I just thought about that. No Roman Reigns for what? No August, no September, no October. Oh, God. And a good portion of November, no Roman Reigns? Jeez. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this works. But yeah, Roman said, look, I'll drop the belt when I damn near feel like it. And that's the caveat. Look, back in 2020, Roman told him, look, I hate my character. I hate the direction of it, and I ain't coming back until you give me Paul Heyman. I want Paul Heyman to write everything that I do. And I want him to be in charge of all my feuds and all my storylines. And that's it. If you want me to work here, Paul needs to be in charge of everything that I do. And that's the end of that. That's the end of that. So, since they said yes, and they gave heavy input to both Paul and Roman, then yeah, like, it should make sense for them to decide when he's ready to drop the belt and who he drops it to. So that does get me a little bit worried that maybe Cody isn't the guy. Maybe the plan is to drop it eventually whenever the fuck he can get here to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't know when he's coming in. I am getting a bit concerned about, is it ever going to happen? But I am just like, hey, okay, Rock, you coming in soon? But in case you guys don't know, if you're wondering why the storyline is so hot and so good and more coherent than anything else in the show, because Paul Heyman is overseeing it. And of course, Roman has input. I don't know. I don't know what they do now, but we'll figure it out. So let's see where this goes. I'm very curious to know how this Bloodline storyline continues. But in terms of, did this make me more interested in the Bloodline storyline? It didn't kill my excitement, but it didn't make me more interested. I don't know where they're gonna go with this. Let's see what happens. We got plenty of time to tell the story now because WrestleMania ain't until April next year. So a lot can happen within that time. But in the meantime, yeah, I thought, again, SummerSlam was good overall. Logan Paul, Ricochet was a great match. Cody and Brock had match of the night. Oh, goodness gracious. LA Knight winning was a great moment. Thank you for that. Io Sky cashing in was a great moment. Thank you for that. The rest of the matches, Gunther, Drew had a great match. It didn't really do much for either of the characters. It was just a great match in a vacuum. Ronda and Shayna sucked. But Ronda's gone, so I'll consider that a positive. The women's match was not all that great. But again, Io cashed in, so I'm not going to complain. Don't know what the hell they're doing with Judgment Day now. Don't know why Finn didn't win the title here. Questioning that. And Jimmy turning on Jey in the main event, you're just like, okay, what? Huh? Okay. But Roman retains, as we all predicted. But regardless, I still enjoyed it. Still a fun sit through. I didn't regret watching SummerSlam. It's not as good as the previous pack of pay-per-views that WWE usually gives us. Backlash is still their best show all year. I don't think nothing's going to beat Backlash. WrestleMania was second. To me, the best show all year was Backlash. WrestleMania 39. Okay, WrestleMania Night 1. I'll say that. WrestleMania Night 1 was their best show all year. Mando Jedi. If you end up getting your refund from Apple, send me the $50 through Cash App. The Cash App is right here on the screen. It's a $. If you can't see it there, just check it out in the description box. Look at the link tree, and then click that if you want to donate it there. And that goes for everyone else here watching. If you want to donate money to me through Cash App, click the link tree down below. It'll take you to my Cash App if you want that. But it's right here on the screen if you want to get it there too. But yeah, man, let me get out of here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Again, it wasn't a bad show. It was good? Question mark? Just a lot of things about it that was just like, you know, great things. LA Knight winning was awesome. Cody and Brock was awesome. Io Sky cashing in was awesome. And then you had some terrible shit like Ronda and Shayna. And then Finn Balor not winning the title, and then Jimmy turning on Jey. You're like, you know, lots of things that just made you go, scratch your head. But regardless, I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. Hope you enjoyed the review. So, as you file out, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, where I am the tickets of the talkers, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. And of course, I will be up here tomorrow for AEW Collision, Monday for Monday Night Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown. And if Raw and SmackDown don't improve this week, I'm gonna just cut back to one stream a week, because I can't. This is garbage. It's awful. But we'll see if things improve going forward. But until then, you guys take it easy. Always know you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world. A place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Take care of yourselves. I'm out of here. Peace.
When you're when you're